Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Aaron coming at you with a fresh new video. In this video today, you guys, we're going to be breaking down the inspections of Navy boot camp. This is going to be a part 1 of part 3, maybe 4, we'll see. But I'm going to just break it down because I know I made one video, for some reason it got taken down, and that was like a 30-minute long video. So I'm going to just take my time with each individual inspection per phase, and I'm going to go a lot more in depth than I did in that other video, so I'll just make 3 of them and just have 3 mid-length videos, but with further explanation. So in this video, we're going to be talking about phase 1 inspections, what to expect, and how to pass them. Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Alright, so before we just get straight into it, let's talk about inspections. Alright, how are they conducted, right? That's what we want to know. So your RDCs are kind of present. They're going to hang out in their office, but these people known as FQA, or Fleet Quality Assurance, are going to come in. You might have seen some videos or whatnot. I've talked about them in other videos. They're going to be walking around. They're going to look like regular RDCs with their red rope, but they're going to typically carry around a briefcase. These people are to be feared. They're there to hold you and enforce the standard of boot camp. And for people that cannot meet that standard and state that standard, you get multiple things, including ASMOD, which is reassigned to another division. Typically, ASMOD is not a good thing. There is such possibility to get ASMOD to another division that is in your same training group. But typically when you get ASMOD, you pack up all your stuff and you get set back in training. You have to make a phone call to your parents, family, loved one, whatever, and tell them, hey, I'm going to graduate a week late or 2 weeks late, whatever they do. Typically, the #1 way to get ASMOD is failing inspections. It happens often. It almost got me. It got several people in my division. I got lucky, but it happens. Now, I was absolutely terrible as a recruit, so don't let that discourage you, because the inspections, I will say they are, frankly, they are extremely easy. It's just certain things I struggled with, you know. But everybody has strengths and weaknesses. So with that being said, we kind of have the gist of the inspections, so let's get straight into the specifics of them. Alright, so nearing the end of phase 1, you're going to come across your very first inspection, typically, which is known as DMI, otherwise known as Dynamic Material Inspection. So typically you're going to have 2 different types, actually 3 different types, I'm not going to lie. You're going to have like drill inspections, you're going to have PIs, which are personnel inspections, and then you're going to have like material inspections. But that's typically, you're only going to get a material inspection twice. So we're going to cover the first one, which is DMI, in this video. So dynamic material inspection. FQA is going to come in, and there's 2 things you can do, and there's also 2 phases to this inspection. So FQA is going to come into your compartment. FQA is going to say, this half of the compartment is doing fold and stow. This half of the compartment is doing bunk makeup. RPOC, take your place among the division, blah, 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 blah. RPOC, synchronize your time starting now. And then RPOC's going to be like, you have 5 minutes, and RPOC is going to be the one that keeps time throughout every inspection. Now, I'm going to break down one, and then I'll break down the other with the 2 phases. So first, we're going to go over, let's see, we'll go over bunk makeup. So bunk makeup, you're going to have 5 minutes. This is a series of 5 minutes you're going to have basically to destroy your rack. You're going to take off both sheets, you're going to take off the blanket, etc., etc. Everything's got to be not necessarily folded, but everything's going to be basically destroyed, crumbled up, whatever, a certain way. So you're going to find your own way. They call it the jackalope, the jack-o'-lantern, whatever, the pumpkin head. They're going to draw a picture on a board to show you how this works. So you're going to get both of your sheets. Those are going to go up top. You're going to get your pillowcase. That's going to go in the center. And you're going to get your blankie, and that's going to go across. That's going to make your face. So now your, your pillow's going to go typically like where your head would go, and then at the foot of your bed is where your towel is going to go. And then you have to do this within 5 minutes. Nothing can touch each other. Nothing can hang over the rack. So they're going to go and they're going to inspect and whatnot. And they're going to be like, okay, cool, whatever. Then phase 2, they're going to say you have 15 minutes to make your bunk according to RDC instruction. So now you have to go put on your sheets. Everything's got to be spaced. You got to do all of your 45s. Now the cool part about bunk makeup is your rackmate is allowed to help you out with your sheets and sheets only. So they can assist you with your 45s and whatnot. If you were by yourself, don't tread. I know it's super hard to do 45-degree angles on your sheets by yourself. There's another video that I put out there. Somebody actually got this, and they were doing it in boot camp, and then their entire division was like friggin' mind blown. And then she was like, yeah, I learned it from this guy, which when she told me that, I was like, that's friggin' awesome. It's awesome to know I helped out an entire friggin' division, because like no one thought of that. Everybody was just mind blown. So that was really, really cool. But what you can do, a little life hack, which I learned shortly after I became a single person in this bunk, is I would take my hydration tool and I would use my hydration tool to hold up my mattress, freeing up a hand, so now I can work my mattress sheets with both hands, doing my 45s, and I just, simple enough. So you're going to do that. You're going to put your pillow back within the pillowcase. That's going to go exactly where it's supposed to go. Fold it a certain way, like the excess has to be folded a certain way. They're going to teach you all this, so don't stress it. Towel's got to go back where it's supposed to go on the foot of your rack. Your blanket's got to be folded back, and then you're going to do it's like a 5-inch fold on your top sheet, right? Ketchum's got to be down. They're going to teach you all this stuff, so don't worry about that. Don't freak yourself out. These are super easy. I know it seems like a lot. It's just a race against the time, which it's super doable. You're going to have more than enough time for this. So a cheat way to do this for that 5 inches I was talking about is you're going to take your little notebook that they give you, not your training guide, but they give you a notebook for classes, an RTC notebook, and that's exactly like 5 inches. So you're going to put that in long ways, and then you're just going to drag with your sheets until it meets, and then boom, do a tuck. Pull out that little book. That's it. Boom. That is perfect 5 inches. And they'll go, and they'll grab a notebook, and they'll go like that, and they'll use a notebook to measure it. So that's pretty much that. And then you just have to follow other RDC instructions, like they'll have you on the toe line, and you have to have your training guide in your hand at the end of the evolution or whatever. But that's pretty much it. You're just remaking your bed, and you're gonna be making your bed all throughout boot camp. So you're gonna know how to make your bed. It's just you're just timed on it, but you're given an abundance amount of time, right? You're given an abundance amount of time, so don't stress it. So that's it for bunk makeup. Now, fold and stow. You're going to take your type 3s, the new greens we just got, and you're going to undo all of the buttons and flip those inside out. And then those have got to go on the bed or something like that in a certain way or whatever. Then, once you're done with that, within the 5 minutes, you got to go and redo all of the buttons. You have to fold everything. You're going to have like your greens and something else I can't really remember, but they're going to give you a few uniform items that you're going to have to like turn right side back out. You have to do all the buttons, and you have to fold them, and they have to be folded a specific way, and they also have to be stowed a specific way. So the way inspections work is you can receive up to 3 hits. Once you hit 3 hits, boom, you fail the inspection. And there's all sorts of other stuff. So they're looking for checkpoints if you're following instruction, which is FFI, failure to follow instruction. So what happened to me when I retried, because I failed the I initially failed the, which one was it? I failed fold and stow. I failed fold and stow like horrifically. I got like 9 hits on it. It's ridiculous. And then I had to redo, for my retest, I had to do bunk makeup. So my bunk makeup, I got an FFI, which I thought was an automatic failure, but it's not. So don't stress that out. Because she came with me, she gave me 1 hit, and then I didn't have my training guide, so she went FFI, which means failure to follow instructions. So if you get an FFI, don't let that scare you. It still only counts as 1 hit. I thought it was like an automatic failure, so I was like freaking devastated. But don't let that discourage you. So you're going to fold up all your items. Everything's going to be stowed a specific way, and you're going to have like 15 minutes to do all of this. And then trace your rack back down. Remember, if you're putting your rack up, there's a stick. You're going to put that stick up, because if you're on the ship and things are moving and whatnot, if you're not putting that safety stick up, you hit a wave or whatever, rogue wave, anything like that, the ship turns, that rack comes slamming down, hitting you in the head. If you're inside that rack, hitting your hands, breaking your fingers, all sorts of stuff. So it's a safety first. So get in that habit. Boom, 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 boom. However you got to remember, because so many people got annihilated for not putting that stick up. So you guys are going to need to put that stick up. Rack up, stick up, all right? Stick down, rack down. So make sure you guys remember that. That's really, really important, because if they catch you not putting your stick up, that's a hit. That's an FFI. So that's too easy of a hit. You guys should not be getting easy hits, all right? So that's my advice on that. All right, so now you're going to be doing, sometime later on, you're going to be doing your Phase 1 PI, your personnel inspection. What this is going to consist of is they're going to give you like 12 minutes to to basically get dressed in your type 3s. You're gonna put on like your socks or whatever. You're gonna put on your boots, your uniform. You have to, like, the way we did it was we had to fold our sleeves. We had to roll our sleeves and lock them into place and whatnot. They have to be so far above your elbow. They have to be so many fingers length and so many fingers width and whatnot. RDCs are going to teach you all this, the specifics, but I'm just going to give you the general knowledge of it. So yeah, it's got to be so many inches above your elbow, this, that, and the other. Boots have got to be blouse. You can't have any brown snakes or terrorists, the little flap things hanging out. You can't have none of that. I showed that in Making a Sailor when they were marching. I was like, hey, don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. And I was like, holy crap, a lot of their division has that. Just get in the habit. Like, I was super freaking anal about making sure my boots were good, right? No, they're not going to really necessarily check on boot shine. That's not really like too big of a deal. But yeah, at some point they're going to want your boots shined because you're just getting into your training. So they're not gonna nitpick you that hard. They just want you to get the basics down first. Okay. So once you're done with that, I mean, they're going to check everything. So you guys are going to be going in your RDCs. Like when FQA comes in, your RDCs are going to be like, go reshave. They're literally going to get you guys in a line and they're going to hold a light up to your face. And they're going to be like, nope, I see a hair. Go shave, go shave, go shave, go shave. People are just running back and forth, having to reshave. So it's inevitable. You're going to basically reshave. So shave in the morning, yeah, you're supposed to do that. But if your RDCs are going to dictate you're going to reshave, guess what? You're going to reshave. But, so they're going to look at that, and then they're going to just ask you your knowledge, and then they're going to do certain things. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you do the 8-point cover, and they're gonna do a series of things. Like you're gonna lift your blouse up, and they're gonna just verify you didn't miss any belt loops or anything like that. They're gonna make sure all your buttons are done. They're gonna go and they're gonna check all your buttons and whatnot. Make sure you didn't miss any buttons, because like I said with the last inspection, it's the same thing for this one. Any buttons you miss is a hit. So you're gonna have both of your buttons done, and you're also gonna have your silencers on these and then on these, right? I believe there's also silencers on the butt pockets. I'm not entirely sure. I never really paid too close attention. I don't think there are. But yeah, you have silencers for the Velcro. So those are going to be securing the Velcro. That way when you lift up, it's just buttons and you don't have to have that. So buttons and no Velcro. So you're going to have the Velcro silencers down. Now, from there, they're going to ask you like your general orders, chain of command, anything. They could ask you all sorts of stuff. It's pretty basic. Like, it's not gonna be random. They're gonna go through and they're gonna do like all the general orders. Then they're gonna go through and they're gonna be like, oh, what is a seaman recruit wear on the sleeve of their dress blue uniform? What is seaman apprentice wear? What is the pay grade? And they're gonna go to like pay grade. So it's kind of like in an order as they progress all throughout the division. And from my experience, it pretty much stays the same. They always knock out general orders. Then they might do pay grade. They might ask you like what's on the sleeve of the dress blue uniform for enlisted. Then they'll go to officers. They might do your chain of command. They always do some weird type of order, but they don't jump. They're not going to ask you like, what's your third general order, recruit? Okay, cool. What is the commanding officer of RTC? Okay, who is the vice admiral? Like, they're not going to ask you any kind of stuff like that. It's just going to be specific order of certain things. And once they hit one topic, they're going to move on to the next one and the next topic. So that's pretty much the knowledge base. So from there, you're basically going to just step forward, and they're going to be like, my command, present, hand salute, hand salute. You're going to do a salute. They're going to go through and check your fingers are in the correct space. Make sure you're basically doing a proper salute. It's not hard. Then they're going to be like, 2, hand salute, uncover, 2. Then you're going to bring your cover off. Then they're going to be like, cover. And then you're going to be like, just sitting there like a limbo waiting for them to say 2. Make sure you're not holding onto your cover. Your RDCs are going to probably more than likely teach you this, but let it float. That means you're acting and pretending like you're holding onto your cover, but you're really not. They're going to go through. They're not going to like hold you under a microscope, but they're going to just make sure you're holding, but you're not really holding. Then they're going to say 2, and your arm's going to drop. The reason you're not holding onto your cover is because it happens too many times. I saw my RPOC do it. He's supposed to be like the best one of us. Like, you see all these people do it, and it happens. It gets the best of us. But you see all these people, when they say 2, they throw their cover off their head by accident because they don't let go. They're in such a hurry to get their hand down, and they smack their side. Like, don't do any of that nonsense. You don't got to do none of that. Just 2. That's it. You're done. Then they're going to be like, that's going to conclude your personnel inspection for phase 1. That's it. You guys are done. Whatever. Congratulations. You're one step closer to being in phase 2. But that's pretty much it. I believe you have an initial drill inspection, but that just consists of you guys just marching around. And you're going to be doing plenty of marching around, so your RDCs will teach you basically like what's going to be going on. But you're just going to have people just walking around with you as you would march, like you would just do on a regular basis, and they're just going to take notes of like how you guys do, if you guys are in step, if you guys are all singing the cadence correctly, RPOC directing, the row guards, like they're just going to be just taking notes of you guys. They're just going to grade you to see if you can get independent steam. What independent steam is, it allows you to march freely without your RDCs. You get like a little tassel on your, it's like a gold ribbon you hang on your division number flag, and that lets everybody know, like FQA, all right, these guys are allowed to go around the base to whatever they're supposed to go to without their RDCs being there. We got it. We never marched one time without our RDCs. So, yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, obviously leave a like. Also leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you guys. I talk to you guys pretty much all the time. It's insane. I can't get enough of it. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a huge favor. Please take a quick second look at some of the other awesome and amazing and helpful content I have out there for you guys to train you for all sorts of different things for boot camp. It's really, really big help. Everybody seems to like the content. They want more. So go see what all the buzz is about, I guess. But that's pretty much it. If you guys like what you see, please consider smashing that subscribe button. It would mean the world and help me out tremendously moving forward with new content for you guys. But that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.